In these problems, we're doing some computation with decimals, some addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division to practice our skill with decimals, and then we're filling out the little chart here with our answers. So you could do these on your calculator and fill in the chart. I'm going to do them by hand just to give you a review in how to do them by hand. The first one is 4 minus 3.4. And I'm going to set this up just like a regular subtraction problem, one number on top of the other, but I'm going to go ahead and put a 0.0 after the 4 so that it's got the same number of places as what we're subtracting. And then I would do this just like a normal subtraction problem. I can't take away 4 from 0, so I borrow, turn that into a 3, make this a 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 3 minus 3 is 0. So now I bring my decimal point down, and the answer here is 0.6. That's the first one. The next one says 0.5 times 0.1, and I can set that up like a normal multiplication problem. So here's, well, 0.5 and 0.1. And I can kind of ignore these zeros here, and the only thing I have to do is 1 times 5, and I know that that is 5. But the trick is in multiplication is you have to count the number of places that are behind the decimal point, to the right of the decimal point. And I have 1 here and another one here, so that's 2 behind the decimal point. Since I only have one number here, I have to add a 0 to get 2 places behind the decimal point. So this is 0.05. You can check that on your calculator if you're not sure about that one. And then here we have 0.12 divided by 3. I'm going to set this up like a normal division problem. Again, I'm going to ignore that 0 there, and how many 3's go into 1? Well, none. How many 3's go into 12? That's 4, so I know that. So 3 times 4 is 12, and this comes out even. And then I'm going to bring my decimal point up here, and I notice I've got a place, and I have to fill that in with a 0. So 0.12 divided by 3 is 0.04. All right, let's try one more like that. Same kind of thing. So the first one is 5 minus 2.3. I'm going to make that 5.0 minus 2.3. I'll have to borrow again, so this will become a 4. That's a 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. And 4 minus 2 is 2. Then I bring my decimal point down, same point in the column, and I get 2.7. All right, the next problem is 0.4 times 0.3. Set that up. So I can ignore these zeros out here. 3 times 4 is 12. And how many numbers do I have behind the decimal place? Well, 1 here and 1 here. So that's 2. So I can put my decimal point right here and have 2 numbers behind the decimal point. So that's 0.12. And we have 0.2 divided by 4. So I'll set that up. Now here you say how many 4's go into 2, and you can't fit any. But I can put as many following trailing zeros out here as I want to. So I'm going to change this into a 20 after the decimal point. So how many 4's in 20? Well, that's 5. Got to be careful where I put it here. I put it in this place though. 4 times 5 is 20, so that comes out evenly. Then I put my decimal point up here. I've got a space to fill in. I fill it in with a 0. So this is 0.05. So that's a little bit of practice with some decimal computation skills. My name is Larry. I'm a teacher at EdVisions Off Campus. It's an online project-based school in Minnesota. If you're interested, you can find us on the web at lovethischool.org. Thanks.